we simply must acknowledge that Bob Uecker has passed away, and it's a crying shame. Baseball has lost one of its finest personalities, one of its most terrific brand ambassadors, one of the greatest influences on spreading the game, both to the outside world as well as deepening and intensifying our love for the game within it. And in case you didn't know, you played 6 years of big league ball. He was a catcher. He recorded an absolutely astounding negative 1.0 WAR, which I think is hilarious and awesome. One of his favorite things he used to say was, sporting goods companies would pay me not to endorse their products. And that sums up the kind of guy he was. Everything was a joke, everything was tongue in cheek, everything was fun, and he was able to laugh at everything. One of my favorite things about him is that he was an Army veteran, right? He's a veteran. I love that personally. Didn't you say he was on Johnny Carson like 100,000 times because they just had so much fun all the time?
Yeah, that apparently Carson would just invite him back because he loved having him, which I think is
It's
hilarious.
awesome. Yeah, it's so cool. He was on Mr. Belvedere for its entire run from 1985 to 1990. We all know him as the iconic play-by-play radio guy from Major League and Major League Two. If you ever hear the phrase "just a bit outside," that's Bob Uecker. Okay,
Or Ball 8.
but also, huh?
Or Ball 8.
Ball 8. Yeah, I forgot about it. Ball 8. So even though in those movies he depicts he's a play-by-play guy for the Indians, he was actually the Brewers play-by-play announcer for 54 years. And that, I think he was, until his passing, the second longest tenured radio play-by-play guy in Major League Baseball. So
Yep.
super awesome. Tell him
I
about
won't
the
be listening to
bobblehead,
Brewers
Brad.
games. Okay, so I saw this. This is a quote from Boog Shambi, who kind of memorialized him in this article that I was reading. He talked about how he wanted his last bobblehead to be him rising up out of a coffin and saying, "It's going, it's going," and then he would go back into his coffin. The doors would close, and he'd say, "And gone." So good. But my
That's his
favorite,
iconic home run call.
the thing that I always reference with Bob Uecker is his quote about the best way to catch a knuckleball is to let it stop rolling and pick it up. Because there has never been a truer statement
No,
made
so true.
about catching in the world than how to catch a knuckleball than by Bob Uecker, because it's the worst. It's the absolute worst.